Well, grasshoppers. We found her.
Yeah,
Everybody was asking, like the whole world around me was like, "Where's Elaine? Where's Elaine?" It's been a whole week since Elaine.
because I'm your better half, Tom. That's why.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, yeah.
But I
But
thought it was all about me.
no, you're wrong.
Oh, wow.
What have you been doing? I know you missed me.
Oh, definitely. Well, here's a little funny one. You'll get a kick out of this one. So I hadn't been to Costco. I love Costco. I hadn't been there in about a month. And so I finally went, and the line was long out the door. People are 10 feet away from each other. And it was, I had to yell at some guy to get away from me in the store because he got too close to me. And I wanted to get in and out really quick. So they have the bananas. A lot of times they have bananas there, and they have green. Have you ever had plantains? You know what a plantain is?
No.
The plantain looks like a banana kind of, but it's totally different. Totally different.
Yeah.
You fry it up or you boil it or whatever. So I'm in a hurry. I'm really quick. I figured I'm going to grab some green bananas so that they'll last longer, right? They got to ripe it up and everything won't go bad. So I get home and I realize I didn't get bananas. I got plantains. So
yeah, because you're senile, Tom. That's why you can't even tell the difference.
I was actually thinking about telling you that. Maybe I shouldn't tell her, but it was funny. So, but I looked it up. I was talking to Google. I said, "Hey, Google, can I eat the skin on a plantain?" They said, "Sure." So I just put the plantain right in the blender with my spoon.
What is with you eating the skin off stuff?
All the nutrients are inside there.
That's some caveman shit right there.
No, you put it in the blender with some almond butter, almond milk, some protein powder. Delicious. Blends up. You don't even know it's there.
You're such a weirdo. So what did you do all last week while I wasn't around? What'd you do?
I hate to say it. I did a show with 3 of my old teammates, which was pretty successful. We sat around, told old stories.
Yeah. They still talk to you?
Yeah, you know what? And I'm the young one in the group too. I was the youngest one. They talked to me. Yeah.
Oh, really?
just on camera.
So y'all all got your rocking chairs out and your Geritol and started telling old has-been stories. That'd been pretty cool. Well, yours truly was sitting in the dark because I didn't have any power.
You didn't have a generator or anything?
No, I actually, after the first day, I called my buddy up and I was like, "Yo, you got a generator I could borrow?" And they let me borrow it. Oh. And that worked out pretty good because I got to plug my refrigerator up. And then my old lady had bought an electric fireplace a few years back, and I plugged that sucker up too. So we all just slept in the living room because it was cold at night. And that electric fireplace, it didn't heat the whole house, but it heated enough where you didn't freeze to death at night. But there was like 4,000 people without power.
Oh, is that right?
Last week, yeah. And
you got a lot of wind, right? There's no tornadoes, or
yeah. The wind was crazy. It was like bending trees over. It broke some in the yard, and I went to my neighbor's, and she's in her 70s, and it's like I felt horrible because she was 4 days without electric or anything. And I went over there to see if she needed anything or whatever. But yeah, that sucks when stuff like that happens because there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, we had Hurricane Sandy back in 2013. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I was in Hurricane Andrew way back when.
Oh,
yeah, when I lived in South Florida, that was pretty rough.
Right.
But I typically don't get scared, but I had bought the tin for my roof on my porch. And we had it in the back of the truck, and the wind took it and like throwed it everywhere. Oh. So I went down to the garage. I was like, I'm going to drag it in the garage. Well, I went down there and like the garage door got ripped out of my hand. It was like I was floating in air, it was scary. I was like, forget this tin. I don't give a shit. I just went back in the house. I was like, if it's not here tomorrow, I don't care.
You're like Dorothy. You're like the Wizard of Oz. Is that what it was? Like,
Yeah. Like me and Toto floating away. Yeah.
Dorothy from now on.
Yeah, it was bad though. It was really bad. But that was a rough 4 days, man. I felt like I was on the island again.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, it's nasty not having power. Yeah, we had like the longest was a week during Sandy where you didn't have power. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how many you're okay. You weren't out there on the island that long, anyways, right? No, this 4 days. No, that's right. It was me that was good. Really.
That was you. You see that old age is catching up to you. You're mixing us up again. See?
What? So the fridge kept going. You're able to cook and everything. Like you eating healthy food. What'd you
Nah, we wasn't able to cook. I packed the microwave because I plugged an extension cord up that had a little box on the end, and so I would pack the microwave into the living room because the cord wouldn't reach it only reached to the front door. Yeah. So I would carry the microwave into the living room and we'd heat up ramen noodles or whatever.
Yeah.
And so no, I haven't been eating healthy. Get out of here. My girlfriend is about to the point though where she's getting ready to start making me. So I'm hoping she goes back to work soon.
and did you just wake up just now?
I got up and took a shower. So I had to wash my hind end before I jumped on
all
here.
the talk we've had about diet and healthy lifestyle and all that, and getting up.
No, early. It's seeking in. It's just
where
I postponed it.
Yeah, remember Mondays we were going to do like a Monday.
Right? Monday. Yeah. What is today? See, I don't even know what day it is.
It's Tuesday.
Oh well, we just missed the deadline.
Yeah, we call it Transformation Tuesday. So it is.
Transformation.
You should do it like you have a Transformation Tuesday. So like as you're like, where you're at now and where you're going to be like evolving in your healthy lifestyle. I like it.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, my woman's been on to me. So she's like, she wants to start doing CrossFit like in the yard. Good. And she misses CrossFit. So it's like, I think they're getting ready to start opening stuff back up, though, ain't they?
You can make your own CrossFit there on the farm.
Yeah, I know. That's what I told her, and she's like wanting to buy like she was looking at these. They're basically just like rubber square mats, and you put them together and stuff. Yeah, she's wanting to buy a bunch of those. I was like, why are you wanting to buy? She's like, so I can do burpees and stuff. I said, why can't you do burpees on the ground? Like, she's like, I don't want to get dirty, and I was like, what? What? It's not like you're rolling in the mud. It's grass.
You'd be nice to her.
No, I'm nice to her. It's just the unwanted, unneeded buying. I don't approve. I'm not frugal. It's not that I'm frugal. Like I don't get onto her for, spending whatever. It's just when you don't need it or have to, I don't understand it. I don't.
Well, I can see her point, right? What I was going to ask you too, something else I was thinking about. The Alzheimer's is kicking in. What? So no, I know. What's the video you guys? Were you digging up worms? What were you doing digging up worms? You going fishing?
Yeah, well, I had finally hauled. The dump has been closed because of quarantine, so I've been waiting to haul my junk off. And I had took an old mattress and I put it in the doghouse for the dogs.
Right.
And them pups tore it all to shreds.
Right.
So I drug it out and I threw it over the fence. I put a couch out there. They tore it all to shreds. Right. I drug that out. I actually burned the couch. But there was some stuff I was hauling off. And when we lifted the stuff up out of the yard, there's like worms everywhere. And my girlfriend's a redneck. Like she's a redneck. So
okay, well, hold on. She'll dig worms there like that, but she's afraid of getting dirty when she's doing burpees.
Yeah. Don't ask me, Tom. She's a complicated woman. That's all I know.
Get married to you, I guess.
Yeah. So she loves the fish. Like she loves it. Like she would go for days.
Oh.
And so every time she sees worms, like I told her, I was like, well, you could just start selling night crawlers, because she would dig worms for hours. Oh. And so she probably got, I don't know, like 6 or 7 dozen.
Right.
And filled big pots up and put them out in the shed, the old shed we got out here to keep it out of the sun. And she's like, oh, we'll have worms. We won't have to. And I'm like, all right.
So did you go fishing?
Well, we didn't go fishing yet. The weather hasn't been that great, but yeah, that's the plan is, like we go down to the store and buy night crawlers when we do want to go fishing. And she's like, I'm never buying night crawlers again. And I'm like, okay.
When you catch the fish, you guys eat them, clean them and eat them?
Nah, back in the day we used to, but not no more. We usually typically just catch them for fun and throw them back. The young and the oldest one, he goes bass fishing in the ponds all the time.
Right.
And he catches a bunch. But, we catfish and bluegill fish. Bluegill fishing is my favorite. I love bluegill fishing. So it's like I got me a Spider-Man fishing pole. And it's like one of those kitty ones. It's like 3 foot long.
Oh,
that's the best bluegill pole I've ever had. So I go down there with my little kitty Spider-Man fishing pole.
The one that comes apart, like you can take it apart and everything too, or is it all one piece?
No, this is a good one, son. Like you can't even. This one don't come apart at all. Like you can't even change the line on it. That's how not apart you can take it.
Okay.
And but it's the best little pole. Like it's the best one. So I take it and go bluegill fishing and stuff.
So
But
the other ones, you're not strong enough to handle the bigger ones. Is that what it is?
no, it's my size, Tom. You're supposed to get them to fit your size, and I'm an itty bitty person, so I got me an itty bitty pole. That's
okay. Good deal.
But listen, we got 3 ponds on the farm here, and so yeah, so the middle pond I don't really like fishing in it. I never fish in it, but the back pond is my favorite. I go fishing in the back pond.
So was it stock? Somebody have to stock it years ago, or is it just?
Well, I live on the farm I live on. It used to be an old strip mine, and you would have to have runoff ponds.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so there was a few runoff ponds because it was a strip mine. And then when my grandpa bought it back in 1980, he stocked it once. And then after that, he never stocked it again. But over the years, especially when he got older, he started letting people come and fish in his ponds and stuff. And they bled them dry. And he thought they were throwing stuff back and they wasn't. And so the ponds got cleaned out. And over the years that he's been gone and I've been living here taking care of myself, me and my girlfriend will go fishing in like tournaments, like for work and stuff. Right. And everybody that goes, they don't keep their fish. So we'll bring home like 30, 40 catfish and chuck them in the pond. And then we'll go like to different creeks and stuff and catch bluegill and bring them back. And so we kind of just been restocking on our own. Right. And listen, when my grandpa was alive, he would go take a bucket of dog food and throw it out across the water, and the water would just go black with fish. It was crazy. Right. Wow. Yeah, it was the coolest thing. Like I used to love it when I was little. I'd walk to the pond with him, and he'd be like, "Watch this, sis," and he'd throw dog feed out. And they would just like they were his pets. It was crazy. Yeah. And I've tried to do that once or twice since his passing, and they don't come up for me like they did for him. I can't get them sub bitches to eat. I don't know what's wrong with them. Right. So I don't know how he done it. Like I don't know how he got them to come up like that.
Yeah, there's probably a lot more fish in there than when you got now, right?
Probably, but still though, you figure you throw feed out, like you'd have some that would come up. Yeah. We went to a tournament year before last, and some guy had caught 2 albino cats, and so I got to bring them home and throw them in a pond. And so every now and again I see,
You threw the cats in the pond? The pond?
Albino cats, Tom, not like tom cats. Fish.
Oh, it's like a cat. It's like a white cat.
No, you big dummy. They have it's an albino catfish. I'd never seen one before. Oh, wow. And this guy caught one at a pay lake. Yeah, you big retard. So I packed it to the pond and I throwed it in, and you could see that it's like a foot and a half long, and you could see it swimming in the water because it's white. It's pretty cool. But I want to catch that sucker. I just can't. I can never get that thing to bite. I don't know.
And what do you use?
Doing something wrong.
What do you use worms for lure? Or what do you use?
Yeah, just worms. Sometimes we'll go all out because like you got all kinds of different tricks. Like you soak chicken in Kool-Aid. You ever do that?
No, I've never soaked chicken in Kool-Aid.
That's a redneck thing. That's a redneck thing. You soak chicken in red Kool-Aid and it bites better. Or you soak it.
Like who's the first person to think I'm going to soak chicken in Kool-Aid?
And I don't know. It works. It works. Just like if you're bluegill fishing, you can fish with corn. Yeah. You ever fish with corn?
No, I never have.
Bluegills eat corn up. Wow. Yeah.
Well, I guess it makes sense. You get chicken, so that'll attract them, and the Kool-Aid, the sweetness to it, right? And the color and all that. So, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Well, my girlfriend comes up with all these concoctions. Like she loves catfishing, so she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna we'll get us some shrimp." And it's funny because she's actually allergic to shrimp and shellfish and stuff, right. So she's got to like put gloves on to even touch it. Oh. So she's like risking her life just to catch a catfish. It's like you're nuts. Like.
And so when do you get married again? September?
Yeah, if quarantine don't mess things up, yeah.
Wondering, yeah.
You're coming, stupid. Remember?
What day was it again?
I hate you. I freaking hate you.
How
You're
about
not gonna you're not gonna show up, and I told you I'm gonna come to your house. You wait and see. I'm gonna stalk you and come to your house.
how many people do you have coming from Survivor? Who's coming? Everybody?
Everybody minus like 3 people or 4.
Dan?
No, Dan's not coming. Dan, Vince, I don't think Jason can't make it. I invited Jason, he can't make it.
You rearranging the sock drawer? Jason's rearranging the sock drawer, or what's he doing?
No, I don't know what he's got going in. He's got some stuff going on. He said he wouldn't be able to make it. So,
Okay.
but about everybody's coming.
I'll be there.
You're on the list, but
I'll be there.
every day you push it to where it's like, yo, I don't even know why I'm inviting this old dude. He's so grumpy and grouchy.
You should see me at Costco, actually, because everybody's supposed to be staying 6 feet away from each other.
Did you really yell at somebody?
Oh, yeah, guy starts walking around. I'm backing up to him, right against all the food and everything like that. My cart getting in the way, and the guy keeps walking at me. He's not paying attention. He's on his phone or whatever. So, yeah. So he was informed that he needed to stay the proper distance away from me.
You're like checking people in the food aisle. That's hilarious.
Get away. I like doing that all the time. That's just during quarantine. I like doing that.
I know. See, this is your perfect. This is your time to shine, because it's like you don't want to be around people anyway, and it's like, get away from me. I can see you being totally taking advantage of the situation.
It gives me a license to do the things that I enjoy doing. That's telling people get away from me.
Yeah. You're, dude. I don't know why I talk to you. I have no idea.
Well, it is funny though when you're walking now, like everybody's walking all the time, right? So you go, like if you go the same time during the day, I know we'll talk about your walking, but you see a lot of the same people. So now we're talking to each other like we're on the other side of the street. Hey, how you doing? I met some couple there from Wales or something the other day. So they're big Survivor fans too. They're looking at me and they're going, "We won Survivor?"
Yeah, you're a little skinnier now than you was on Survivor.
Oh, I put on some pounds to go out there because I had planned on winning the whole thing. I was going to be there 39 days. So
did you? Well, that's what I'm going to tell people too. I put on weight to go out there. No, this is all natural. I didn't.
How's your walking going? How far are you walking?
To the couch and back. That's pretty far.
I got on Sunday. It was beautiful. I got 11 miles in. 11 miles.
Where do you walk to? Like to New York?
No, it's just all around the area here. It was a beautiful day. My 2 sons came with me and they're girls, and we stayed at our social distance. And
11 miles.
11 miles, yes, it's good, very good.
And
we had the backpacks with 15-pound bags of rice in them too.
What?
Yeah.
Why didn't you just pack a youngin on your neck?
That's what the kid or something. That's right.
Yeah, I mean, I see you now with the grandkids like doing curls and shit. Like, yeah, I see you. It's a wonder you haven't started that already. Like bench pressing the grandkids.
I can do that. That's not a bad idea at all. So
yeah, well, that sounds like a Tom Laidlaw workout. It's like, yo, get your neighbor to come over.
Yeah. I actually bought those bands. You hook on your door. And you can do.
Yeah, you were supposed to send them to me. Remember?
What would you do with them though? Like, what'd you do? Like, tie yourself to the couch or what? Like,
I mean, I'm thinking some stuff to do.
All right.
The show just took a turn.
It's not PG anymore. It is not PG. Put the kids away. Lock them in the bedroom.
No, but you say you're going to send me this stuff and you never send me anything.
What would you use if I want to, here's what I want to do. I want to send you a balance board, the bands, and the amino acid powder, but I got to know that you're going to use them.
Send them to me. I told you, my girlfriend's getting ready to get me on a kick.
All right,
listen, I don't do anything without the woman. If the woman ain't on board or don't feel like it, I ain't doing it. Well, she's getting ready. She keeps telling me every day, she's like, we're going to start working out. Well, it's just a matter of time before she starts enforcing martial law, like basically.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm going to have to start working out soon because she's going to make me and I won't have a choice.
Well, I hope Tanya's listening because then I'm going to contact her and I'm going to tell her, okay, listen, you and I are teaming up on Elaine and we're going to get this thing done. We're getting the show on the road. It's done. The excuses are over with. We're done. It's time to do. What was it? So September, so we got So let's say we get to May, June, July, August, right? 4 months.
Yeah.
A little over
4 months.
Right. So
4 months to get whipped into shape.
That's a memory for you. There's good pictures and everything like that. And you want to look back and think fondly of like how beautiful a day it was. You,
I hear you. Yeah. I'm down, but I'm not. So
yeah, but you know what though? You know yourself that first of all, we've been through this. First of all, you know you can do it because you're on Survivor for we're gone for like 7 weeks and you no smoking, no Mountain Dew, all that kinds of stuff. So you know you can do it first of all, and you know you're going to feel better once you do it. So
no, it's just a matter of getting motivated. And like I said, when the woman gets motivated, I have to get motivated because she doesn't let me do anything different.
She kind of does it in stages, like she threatens and threatens and threatens, and all of a sudden gets to the point. It's like, okay, that's it.
Yeah, that's what she does. Well, she'll mention it, and then I'll be like, oh, okay, and then she'll forget about it, and then she'll mention it, and I'm like, oh yeah, sounds great, and so we'll go through a few rounds of that. But yesterday or the day before, she was so serious, and I was like, oh no. Yeah. We're getting ready to start doing CrossFits in the front yard because she's Googling stuff to buy. And I'm like, oh, great.
Tell me to buy stuff, though. I'll talk to her. I'll straighten it out. You don't need stuff to buy.
Yeah, I try to tell her not to. It's not going to go over well. You tell that woman not to buy something. It's not going to go over.
Okay. Well, you made all that money. Would you make like a couple $1 million on Survivor, whatever it was?
No, I wish. Man, I was thinking the other day, everybody's drawing unemployment and stuff right now, being laid off and stuff. And they're having a hard time drawing their unemployment. And so me and my woman was talking, and I was like, I'm so thankful that I went on Survivor. I'm so thankful that CA gave me that money, because if that hadn't happened, like debt wise, we would be struggling right now with the situation everybody's in. Absolutely. Whereas I was so blessed that I was given the money, I paid my debt off. Yep. So we have basic bills rolling in and that's it. Whereas other people and a lot of America has got so much coming in, and as far as debt's concerned, but no money coming in. Okay. And so we were just talking about that yesterday. I was like, I'm so glad and so thankful that I was given the opportunity to get that and pay my bills off and change my life. So
Miss Negative here telling me all the time how unlucky she is. Actually, that's something that worked out very well for you, correct? So you're not.
Well, it's not that I'm negative. It's different. I know things are going to go wrong. I just know it. It's just kind of the way it is. So
say that again. Hold on. Let me just.
I don't let it get to me. And I stay positive about it. See, but I accept the fact that things are going to mess up. Something's going to break. Something's going to tear up. It's just how it is.
So, okay.
How does that mean? That's not negative. That's just.
I see your point. It's like it's somewhat negative though, because you're thinking something's going to go bad. See, like what I think everything's always going to work for me. Now it doesn't always work, but that's that arrogant way about me that I think it's just going to work. If it doesn't, I just want to go punch somebody. And
well, life has shown me that it's going to tear up. It's going to break. It's going to fall apart. You know what I mean? Like you're going to have to put it together 27 times before it's right. Like it's just how it's been.
Here's the example though, that it went right. I mean,
I know. I'm not complaining, but that's the thing though, is even though I think those things, that things are going to go wrong, like I have a positive attitude about it. I'm going to get through it. I'm going to put my big girl panties on and suck it up, buttercup, and keep marching forward.
I admit that you definitely, that's, I guess that's the part that I kind of think about. Like you talk about like negative stuff. Your tone sometimes is negative, the way you say things, like things aren't ever going to work out. But the person I know is very positive. Yeah, you're a very positive.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a positive person in a sense. It's just I just accept it, and I just know I'm always gonna have to work. Like I'm always gonna have to put in work, and so it's like okay.
I hear what you're saying, but that's. I mean, that is like, though, even the people that are really successful, they've had to work to get it. I mean, there's some cases, I mean, somebody wins the lottery or they're born to a rich family or something like that. That's different. But somebody that makes themselves successful, they've had to work to get it. But I hear you. Yeah. How's the whole virus thing going on there? Is it getting worse?
There's more cases. I think that they had maybe 7 or 8 at the hospital here. Whereas, a week ago, there was none.
Right.
So the numbers are going up, but it's not like a huge jump. Yeah. And, rednecks don't go to the doctor. So it's like, who knows how many cases is out there. You know what I mean?
I've seen something today too that they're starting doing that. Some testing, whenever they're saying that we may have had 28 to 55% more cases of coronavirus than we think that had gotten undiagnosed. Like people were sick or whatever, just thought they had the regular flu.
Yeah,
coronavirus. That's the estimates, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's probably a lot of people that have been sick.
Totally.
Because, like I said, not everybody goes to the doctor.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I know when I get sick, it takes me to be about dying before I go. I just hate going. I can't stand it. And I mean, when I was in college, I got tonsillitis one time.
Right.
And I let my tonsillitis go so long that my tonsils turned black. And there was literally, I am not lying, there was infection growing. I swear to God, there was infection growing from one tonsil to the other tonsil. So it looked like my tonsils was like this, and there was a bridge, and my tonsils were solid black. Black. Wow. So I was going to go to a judo tournament. I had a judo tournament I was supposed to go to. And I mean, I couldn't hardly swallow. I was having trouble breathing. And the trainer's like, you can't go to this tournament. I was like, what? She's like, you could die, you know, or so, I don't know. And
Right.
she's like, you have to go to the doctor. And I was like, I don't want to go to the doctor, you know?
Right.
And finally, because she was like, well, listen, you're not allowed to practice. You're not allowed to do this. You're not. And I was like, son of a buck. So I ended up going to the doctor, and the doctor was like, I cannot believe that you let this go this long. And I was like, I didn't want to come to the doctor, you know? And they gave me medicine, and like, oh, it was the worst thing that I'd ever had that I let go.
The tonsils taken out?
Huh?
Did you get the tonsils taken out?
No, they didn't take them out.
Wow.
They gave me medicine, and it was so nasty. So like my tonsils are like this, and there's like a bridge across, right? So when they started giving me medicine, all this infection like dislodged from there and was like, oh, it was horrible. Horrible. It was terrible.
You know, on a plantain, and you're doing that kind of stuff. That's nasty.
No, but like I literally, that's how bad I have a disdain for the doctor, is like, I'm willing to like risk something falling off, something, you know, not growing back right. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, I don't want to go.
I
And
know. I'm the same way. I don't like
I
going to
just
the doctor.
hate it. So what I'm saying is there's a lot of people out there that are like that, you know, that don't like going to the doctor, and I can see 1,001 rednecks sitting at the house. I'm not going to no doctor. You know what I mean? Like, I could see that happening.
Yeah.
And so the numbers being off as far as count wise, you know.
And I think it started a lot earlier than we were told it started too. I think a lot of people probably had it before they really made the announcement and everything, and really didn't know. They may have thought they had a cold or a flu or whatever. Didn't know.
Yeah, see, my dad, when my dad came to the finale in December, he got sick when he came home.
Oh yeah. How's he now?
He's still sick.
Oh.
I mean, he's doing better. Whereas he said he's not coughing his head off, and he feels like he's drowning in fluid, you know, from his sinuses and stuff.
So did he go to the doctor?
No, he didn't go. I told you. Well, so he thinks that it was because he changed his medicine, because he's on blood pressure medicine and this and this. So he thought because he had changed his medicine that he was having an allergic reaction, which a lot of the symptoms are like runny nose, this and this. It's kind of like it gives you a cold. And so he changed his medicine back himself. He didn't go to the doctor. He just found some old medicine and started taking it. You know, found his old medicine and started taking it. And he said he felt better. But he's not like over it. And I talked to my stepmom the other day, and she's like, I think maybe he had corona, you know, is what I think.
Right.
And no, that old man, he never went to the doctor.
All right, you know, as we're thinking about this, I'm going to send your father something. I'm going to send you some ginger, some turmeric. I'm going to send you a juicer too, so you can juice all that up. And
yeah. You haven't met the old man. He's like, what's this shit?
he'd like the ginger shot with a little turmeric and cayenne pepper in there. Oh.
Yeah. But my dad's just as stubborn as my grandpa ever was. It runs in the family. I'm telling you. Like, it really does. It runs in the family. We're some stubborn mules. I told you about my grandpa cutting fingers off and like, we just don't like going to the doctor. And I'm a firm believer that the body heals itself. Yeah. However, I do believe that it can go too far where you have to get a little extra.
Yep, totally.
But I just don't. I can't stand the doctor. I hate everything about it.
I never go. Yeah, I'm with you. Did I tell you I had shingles before we went about 2 months before I went on the show? Did I tell you that?
How did you get shingles?
Well, it comes from chicken pox. Like if you had chicken pox, your kid's in your system. Apparently,
Yeah, I've had chicken pox.
Something triggers it, and
stress.
Oh,
you was stressing. Yeah. Oh, you was worried about the island. Now the truth comes out. I'm so glad we have these conversations because it's like I get to the bottom of these BS stories you give. So basically, you was freaking out, scared to death that you was coming out on Survivor, and so you broke out in shingles. Yeah.
No, I think it was like some way of evening out the playing field because I was in such great shape. They wanted to kind of bring me down a notch, so I just like bring it down to everybody else's level. So
right. Yeah. So how long did it take you to get rid of it?
Oh man, it was nasty. Like good 2 months I had shingles. It was nasty. My father had it. He was still alive. He told me one time, he was a tough man too, the farm guy and everything. He said, man, that was tough. And I thought, Dad, come on, Dad, shut it up. And then when I got it, it was like, oh my God.
What is it? Is it just itch?
No, there's a rash that's itchy. And you know that you have shingles because it's only on one side of your body. The rash will not travel to the other side of your body. So mine was on my neck and the side of my face and everything. But it's more than just the rash. It's like it really hits your nervous system and everything. And it's just like, it just zaps.
Painful.
Like, yeah, it's painful and it just drags on forever. Like the best thing for me, like I got it in December and I was sleeping with my window open. I turned the heat on because the cold was the best thing for it.
Really?
I'd go walking out with a jacket on or like that, and they would think I'm nuts. And it was just, I wasn't trying to be tough or like that. It just made it feel so much better. But it's just like it gets like inside you and everything. Like it aches, like you get pains in your stomach. It was again, the rash was nasty, but the rash was maybe like 10% of it. The rest was like, oh God, and it just laughed.
Yeah, I've never had that.
I just sucked it up. I didn't complain about it. I didn't go on Survivor and go, oh man, I got shingles.
Yeah. Yeah, just like you wasn't sitting on the beach crying about your girl.
I don't know where you.
And you ain't even with that girl no more. It's like, yo, you was crying.
I don't know where you get these stories you make up. Like,
let's talk about that. Like you was crying over a girl you're not even with no more. It's like you big baby.
I think you know what you do while you stay up. Like you sit at night and you think about things to make up. Like you make these stories up.
No.
You're up at night.
No. Everybody knows the biscuit is a truth teller. I don't tell no lies. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows.
Well, maybe you maybe hit your head or something like that on one of the log. Maybe you know what it was when Crispin cut her finger off, like the finger went flying and hit you in the head or something.
Yeah. No, I did almost die. Listen, me and my buddy, my girlfriend's cousin's he helped me do the porch and stuff.
Yeah.
And so we was running braces across for the roof. And so he's like, oh, well, I'll just tack them up real quick because I was holding one side and he was doing the other. He's like, I'll just tack them up real quick, all three of these. And that way you ain't got to hold them. And So he tacked them up, but they didn't tack very well. Yeah. So he got on the other end and was doing something on the other end. And like just 2x4 started flying off the top of the roof. Dude, I got hit like 6 times. And then I had wore my sandals. So like on my left foot, I have 4 toes that like got like eat off because it was literally like we would lift this up and I would smash this toe. I would lift this up and it would fall off and hit this foot. Dude, I almost died building on the porch. Like
you know, I'm glad you're healthy. You know I care about you, but this I just can picture that. I wish there was a video of those two crashing down.
Well, it was like there was just we were doing so good. Then all of a sudden, I don't know, just karma come to town. And she's like, all right. And like, I had like 3 2x4s hit me in the head. He like got hurt like 4 or 5 times. And I was like, I think it's time for us to take a break. So literally like, we just quit what we were doing. Cause everything we were doing was like, it was just jinxed. But yeah, it was crazy. Cause I was standing there helping and here I got hit in this side and I was like, holy crap. And then here comes another. I'm like, dang it. So yeah, it was like, that one day was like terrible. It was horrible.
Have you ever watched?
But I finally got it done. The porch is done. The front porch. I have like 1.5 feet of tin hang off on the front, and I should cut about 1 foot off and just leave about 6 inches hanging over. But I'm about to just redneck let it go because I don't want to get up there and cut it off. Like
it's not that nobody's going to hit their head on it, right?
No, it's 12 foot
Oh, okay.
high.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but it looks real good. I was gonna record and take some pictures and post it. The back porch still ain't done. I still don't have steps.
You know, please go take pictures, a video, like do a tour of the porch, like narrate a tour of the porch.
Well, I was gonna shoot this video out there. But the only thing about me shooting out front is like sometimes the internet comes and goes, and I didn't want to pause up and freeze up on you. So
just do a video. Don't have to go live with it. Tape it and then just post it after.
Yeah, I was going to.
Yeah, do that. Come on, please. Say call it the Tom Laidlaw porch.
Oh yeah, I should totally do that. Yeah, I should.
Name it after me.
I should. No, I'm gonna put Old Grumpy lives here.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. I'll put that on there. Like, it's kind of like you're the troll. Yes, I figured it out. It's like you're the troll that hides under the bridge.
Because I'm such a wonderful guy. I let you away with saying that.
Eats little children when they walk by.
It's true.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like dogs and kids. It's adults that really have a hard time with. Dogs and kids are great. It's adults don't bother me. I'm busy. I'm arranging my stock drawer. Leave me alone.
No, you're like, I'm washing my hair.
It's funny to say that. I went to the gym one day and I get my gym bag with me, and a really nice older lady's walking beside me. She goes, "So what do you have in your bag, sir?" I said, "I have healthcare products. Or excuse me, I have hair care products in there." And she's looking at me like you can tell she's thinking, like,
"Yeah,
you think he doesn't have any hair?"
Yeah, because she knew you was lying. That's like Tommy. I tell Tommy's got a little receding hairline. I was like, "Yo, you need to get that spray."
Let her go. Shave it off. Be a man. Shave it off. Get rid of it.
Be a man. Yeah. So okay. So I have a problem with my back porch. I went to Lowe's, and they only have.
Hold on one sec. So the porch that the Tom Laidlaw porch is the front porch, right?
The front porch is done.
Okay. So
other than if I decide to cut that foot of tin off or not.
So that's the Tom Laidlaw porch. That's fine. Right.
The front one's done. The back one, I just built a small deck on the back one, a little 6x6, just enough to come out the door and I, walk on the steps if you need to. But the steps, because the porch is so high, like I went to Lowe's and I bought a 6. They sell, where you could
pre-made.
Yeah, pre-made. Well, I bought the biggest one they have, and I'm still like 3 feet short.
Oh.
So we have
the story of your life, right?
Story of my life. So we're gonna redneck rig some stuff. Right. I have an old set of steps. It's a 3-step.
Right. And
we're gonna redneck rig. I'm gonna drag that over. We're gonna put up the one piece, lead it into the steps of the steps I already have, and redneck rig it. Is what we're gonna do.
Build a small second platform.
No. Let's redneck rig some stuff. What's wrong with you?
What happens to your sweetie? Like on the wedding day, she's gonna walk out. She's got a gown on the whole bit, and the stairs fall apart. She walks out there.
They won't fall. They won't fall. Right. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix it. But what I was thinking is where the steps that I have are a 3-step. Right. I only need a 2, so I can rip that top board off.
Right.
And then tie the one thing into. I'm gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work.
Then you got to cut the sides too. Does he call that the riser? Is it the riser? You got to cut the sides too, though, right? I mean, because you can't leave.
Well, I mean, I have to build rails up anyway, and that porch kind of has rails on it. So I was just gonna lead the one rails into the other. So, it's gonna look beautiful. It's gonna look beautiful.
Now, the cleanest way to do it is have a second platform. But no, you're trying to do this like rigging it up.
Yeah, well, I don't want to go buy more wood. It's like if I build another platform, then I have to go buy more wood.
What is?
I've already spent like $800 on this thing.
Oh God, you won $2 million in Survivor, for God's sakes.
I did. Listen, I told the woman, the old lady's the one that wanted the porch. I was like, we're not even going to be living here in like 2 years. Like, why are we putting this money in a porch? She's like, I want a porch. I want a porch. And it's like, okay, honey.
The honey
give you the porch.
Honey do this. I like that. You do it too. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. So she got what she wanted. It's just the back porch isn't quite done. I'm trying to figure out how to make my steps work and how to, jerry rig them together.
No, the second platform. It'll cost you like another $50 in materials, probably.
That's $50. When I can jerry rig it and make it work, and it may not look fantabulous, but you're gonna be able to walk up and down them. It's functionality. That's what we're going for. Not trying to. We're not running with the Joneses or trying to impress the neighbor.
As long as nobody gets hurt. And my concern is you and your loved ones getting hurt. That's all I care about.
Nah, we're gonna throw so many nails in that, Tom.
Okay.
That sucker ain't gonna move.
Do you want me to? You know what I'll do? I'll make up a little sign here, like Tom Laidlaw. And you can put that sign right on the porch out there. Tom Laidlaw porch.
No, I do a lot. I do wood burning stuff, so it's like I'll make you a sign that's. I'll make you one.
But now you got to do a tour. You got to go out there with a video. You got to narrate it, like say, okay, here's where the boards fell on my head here, and here's nice and square and everything. Like you tell me all the time that it doesn't come out square. Yeah,
well, that's where my fiance's cousin, like he knows what he's doing. So I went and got backup.
Okay. All right.
Because even though I could have built it, like it would. I mean, it wouldn't have been as good as if I got him to help me. So, he done the majority of the work. So it's like.
You stood there and
I was a gopher. I'm a good gopher.
You watch the old TV show America's Funniest Home Videos? You ever watch that?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I picture, like when those boards fall on your head, like that.
Dude, that's exactly how it was. Because he was on this end of the porch on the ladder, and I was on the other end, and I was holding the boards up, and he was trying to screw them in, and he's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna tack them real quick." So he tacked them. And then he come back, was doing something else. Well, what he had done was he put his weight against it. And when he put his weight against it, because it was just barely tacked, he put his weight, they just started popping off left and right. And it smacked me in the head. I was like, holy crap. We quit for the day that day. I was like, yo, I'm done. I have 4 pigs that are like worn out. Like, you know what I mean? I hurt 4 pigs. And
sit down
I got concussed.
You sit down. Did you sit down and have a Mountain Dew when that was over?
Yeah. You see, I got Gatorade.
Yeah, good. Is it really Gatorade in there, or you got something else in there?
No, it's Gatorade.
Moonshine or something like that?
No, I don't drink no more. Hardly ever. Yeah. Once in a blue moon. I'm not big drinking. Like when I got voted out on Ponderosa and I went to Ponderosa, I drank for 4 days.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
There are occasions when I'm like, let's get another. But typically my girlfriend doesn't drink. She only drinks once in a blue moon. So it's not like we're big drinkers,
Remember to get back to Ponderosa. So everybody like in the show, I think everybody knows the Survivor fans, when you get voted off, you go back to this place called Ponderosa. It's where we spent like 5 days before the show started. It's kind of like base camp for all the contestants. So, and they're really nice there too. The local people are, feeding you meals and they treat you great. And they got a bar there and everything too. So we got done, they give you the little blue canteens, to water around. So I would sneak over to the bar there and I would get them to pour vodka or tequila in there with some pineapple juice and walk around. I was thinking I'm drinking water and I was sitting drinking vodka or tequila.
Yeah. So Tom's getting hammered.
Oh God, it's funny. Oh jeez. And I had to
I don't know how you drink that stuff, man. I
know.
That should have give you the gut rot.
No.
That's why you're so damn skinny. Your stomachs can't even take in nutrients or anything anymore.
Well, you get that ginger and beets and turmeric and all that healthy food in there. Man,
you're such a weirdo.
Take anything.
People are more like me. They're like, it's fried. Let's eat that. This is fried. Let's eat that.
People like you, there's no question. That doesn't mean it's right or wrong. It just means everybody has their own choice in the way they do things.
Nah, we're just happy. You torturing yourself. You have something against you. You want to punish you for some reason, and I don't know why. You're trying to punish yourself like that. It's like, Tom, go easy. Go easy on you.
No, I don't want to. I want to get up at 3:30.
You're over here chewing off nanner freaking.
Yeah, I want to make the dad perfect. I want to march.
Banana peels and like, what's wrong with you? Stop it.
No, it's glorious. Are you kidding me?
Stop it.
Oh
Get
man,
out of here.
Get there on that march there, and I got that 30 pounds on my back or whatever, marching down the road. Yeah, God.
You're like,
Give me a plantain with some skin on it.
You're a weirdo. No, I'm like, give me that remote. That's why I sit on the couch. I'm like, yo, pass me the remote.
You do not. You say that stuff. That's not the way you are. I mean, lots of garlic too. My social distancing would be excellent. I have so much garlic going through my veins right now. Oh man, nobody wants to go.
Why are you? You're afraid of vampires, is what it is.
No,
now the truth comes out.
I'm not afraid of anything.
Tom's afraid of vampires, so he's eating garlic and chewing
you
off
know,
nader peels.
one thing I'm afraid of is height. Well, I respect heights a great deal. Like I am not.
Oh, you're afraid of heights?
Oh God, I don't know what it is. I feel like I'm going to jump or something. I'll get up on top of a 10-foot building, and I feel like I'm going to jump. I break out.
No, do you when you get on stuff, does your knee start getting shaky and stuff?
No, it's more like, honest to God, if I'm up someplace high, then I start thinking to myself, I'm going to jump. Like I'm going to jump.
Wow.
Up there. Yeah.
Why would you think you're gonna jump?
I don't know. It's this feeling comes over me that I'm going to lose total control of my body, and something's going to make me jump. My body's just going to fly off the rail.
Oh, it's you.
It's
well, that's the weirdest shit I ever heard in my life.
It is a control issue. There's no question. It's a lack.
No, when I get up high, I'm like, yo, my dumbass is getting ready to fall. Like I'm getting ready to slip. I need to hold on to something. My knees start shaking because of heights, and I can't control it. They just start doing this, and they just got a mind of their own.
Oh, in New York, there's a place on the west side of Midtown. They built they call it Hudson Yards, and they built this big high skyscraper, and they've got this thing. I haven't seen it yet. I saw pictures of it. One of those glass decks, that goes out.
Yeah.
It's all glass, right?
Nope.
Man.
I ain't doing it. I don't like heights.
Oh,
I do them. Like when I was in college, I used to paint in a boom, and we'd use scaffold bucks and paint like the outside of the building and stuff.
Right.
And because I was short, like there was a lot of times when I couldn't reach my safety line to clip off. So I just be free lipping in the free world. You know what I mean? And I'd be like, I'm going to fall. But I don't like them either. I mean, I would do them, but I don't like them either.
I know my kids are small. We used to go water parks and stuff like that. I take them, just going up the stairs to the park. Like if you're going down a water slide, you got to walk up. So it's not that bad. It's like 20, maybe 30 feet or whatever. But I was panicking. I wasn't gonna let my boys see that I was panicking. But I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna jump off this thing. My kids are gonna see me splash on this.
Well, I take the kids when we go during the summer, we go out on the lake and we take them to the cliffs where you can jump off the rocks and stuff. Yeah. Now, I've jumped off every cliff at the lake that possible, 30 feet, 20 feet, 50 feet, whatever. But every single time, that I do jump, I'm scared to death every single time. I just don't like it. I do it because, somebody's like, you're a chicken. I'm like, what? Hold my beer. I'll be right back. But yeah, I don't like it. I can't stand it.
So okay, so let's start with the weddings in September. What are they saying about how long things are going to be shut down there? Are they giving you guys any indication what's going on?
Well, they close schools for the remainder of the year, and my girlfriend and them are supposed to go back to work in 2 weeks. So I think stuff's going to start opening up in the next month, is what I'm hoping. I mean, you got the president who's opening the country up, opening beaches and
golf course.
You know what I mean? And I don't really think I don't think it's the smartest thing.
I guess they figure people for me, I'm out walking all the time. So there's lots of people out walking now, but everybody seems to be keeping their distance from each other. So I think the idea with beaches and the golf courses, everything that they're opening up, is the same idea. As long as people are staying away from each other, then it's all right.
Yeah, but
indoor wearing the mask.
You gonna have idiots out there, ain't
you? Yeah, no question. Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. If they open all this stuff back up, and then in another month, we're right back to where we were with more people getting sick, then they're going to be shooting themselves in the foot for doing that. So,
well, just be like me, just yell at everybody, get away from me. But I really do. I feel like you'd be that old man yelling at people anyway, even if we didn't have a pandemic. Well, I've learned not to do it now, but this kind of gives me the ability, kind of a license to be able to do it. Yeah, you're
one of those where you're like, get off my lawn.
Yeah. Oh, no question. Absolutely. Clint Eastwood. What's that movie? Gran Torino. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love
See, I would be in your yard. If I lived next to you, Tom, it would be so much fun because I would torture you so bad. Everything you hate, I would make sure that's what I would bring to you. You know what I mean? It would be so fun. You ever watch Grumpy Old Men?
Yeah. They're nothing. Those guys are babies.
I think that's how we would be. I would be throwing, what was it? He had a dead salmon. He'd throw it in his car. That was the best show, dude. I love that movie.
I actually, before we went out on Survivor, I actually trained myself to not let that stuff get to me because I knew that like people infringing on my space or whatever was like going to make me mad. And I said, no, I trained my mind. I practiced like deep breathing and everything like that. So
really,
yeah. Then,
so whenever I would be like, Tom, Waller all over you, you was like, oh my God.
Well, that training went down the tubes. It didn't do
whatever, dude.
Yeah.
Listen, this is my plan. When I get old, I'm moving to Connecticut. I'm gonna move in your neighborhood, and then me and you could be like the two grumpy from the movie Grumpy Old Men. Like that could be us.
I like that.
Only it'd be Grumpy Elaine and Grumpy Tom.
How old are you now? 40 what?
I'm 42.
42. I'm 62. So
20 years apart.
We better hurry up and get here. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna last. No.
You keep eating those freaking banana pills and shit like that, you gonna all the nutrients. Yeah. That's where all them toxins that they be putting on, spraying on fruit and stuff be going. Tom, you're gonna die. You keep eating that crap.
Listen, if there's something to get in this body and make it, this body can't die. It's King Kong. You can't hurt it. It's been trained over the years. Been trained. All the things we've done to it.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with you.
All right. So, how are we doing with the cigarettes too? By the way.
Smoking them.
Cutting back.
Well, my girlfriend's getting ready to start making me do that too. Like, she's been on me about my smoking, and the youngin's been on me about my smoking too. Right. So it's like,
does Tanya smoke?
No, she hates it. Yeah, she hates it.
Kissing an ashtray, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, go brush your teeth.
Pour some gasoline down your throat there and clean that out.
Yeah, I gotta work on this. I'm like a big pile of goo, and you gotta mold it.
Well,
fix it.
More like clay right now. It's like hardened up in it right now. Now we gotta chisel away at it.
Yeah, we'll get it. We got all the time in the world right now.
Yeah. So what are we doing? Like,
I built a porch. I've been no electric, and I've been sitting in the dark.
The Tom Laidlaw porch. I can see it now. In memory of Tom.
Oh my God! In honor of, or in memory of, yes.
You want me to send you a picture, like a framed picture of me or something like that?
No, I'm gonna wood burn something and I'm gonna send it to you to put on your porch. How about that?
Man, you know what? I'll send you a picture of me. That's what I'll do. You can have it right by. We have the porch. Every time you walk into your home, there you can see me on the porch.
No, I don't have a dartboard. I would throw darts.
You would not do
throw
that.
Darts.
All right, guys. So today was Tuesday. That means Thursday. We're a little late today. We were close to 10. I guess, like in my world, on time is late. In Elaine's world, is within 15 minutes of the.
I'm on time.
Is on time. Okay. And we are clearly, it's Elaine's world. There's no question. I'm just here. I'm a visitor.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm a visitor. All right, we're going to do 10 o'clock again on Thursday morning.
Okay.
And
see if I can roll out the bed.
All right. And then, so I didn't get my shopping list together. I got to get a picture of me to send to you, some ginger, some turmeric, a juicer, and amino acid stuff, right? And you're going to use that all, right?
Yeah. I'm going to throw darts at your picture. And, yeah.
You'll put a little frame around it, a little roof on it to protect it from the weather.
A shrine.
Every time you walk in the door, you're going, oh, there he is waiting for us.
Yeah.
All right, guys. See you on Thursday.
Bye.